Hello, I'm the Crushinator. Welcome to Qualifier number 1, the Heroes Rise Contender series. Excited to be here. I'm here with Stoic today. How you doing, Stoic?
I'm so good, Crush. Really excited to be involved in this and get to cast with the incredible Crush. So I'm ready for some hots.
I am ready as well. We're 9 out of 10 in this lobby. One player inevitably always starts an ARAM at like 8:45. That's the rules of hots, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're fully warmed up if everyone hasn't been waiting for you to finish your.
That's true. That's true. But hopefully, Marla will be here shortly. Today, we're starting off with 7 Rings versus 30k Violet. 30k Violet, a newly formed team under the 30k organization. 7 Rings coming in as an unaffiliated team, but there's some recognize some names here. I've seen Psychotora around. Zero I've cast a number of times. Cyrus I've seen around.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of like a, who knows what's going to happen. We kind of got a little bit of an EU squad, but definitely some familiar names if you've been around NGS or the amateur scene, at least in North America, in Team 2. So I think it's definitely going to be a good match. If we just judge by like whose portraits have like the little blue slightly clear border, I mean, it's going to be a close one. We were in. Wow.
Let's take a look at the map bans real quick here. Let me bring them up. Where are they? There we go. Tomb of the Spider Queen, Sky Temple, Alterac Pass, and Cursed Hollow are banned today. And as you just heard, we're going to be going to Infernal Shrines here for game number 1. Let's go straight to the draft and see an opening Hogger ban, as is traditional here on Infernal Shrines.
Yeah, interesting ban choice. I missed it on one of the teams. Banned Alterac and Cursed Hollow. Maybe their preference is to play on tighter maps because those are big ones. Brightwing as well a ban. Totally makes sense for both the meta as well as the map.
Brightwing taken away. We assume stuff like Junkrat won't make it through. We'll see if Stukov remains untouched here. Though this is, I'm interested to see how much players are going to not mess around, but like try stuff in drafts in a tournament like this. Or whether it's just going to be the tried and true, let's try to get as many points as we can.
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy. I mean, these bans here coming out, Stukov, Junkrat, this is exactly like pretty textbook. I think you could have scripted this without knowing the teams. Would you favor 30k Violet or the side of 7 Rings? Does the standings favor them? I actually didn't check.
It's hard, right? Because these are teams that have been put together on pretty short notice here. Like there's players, obviously, they've been around the scene for a while, they've played together, but there's players I don't recognize here. There's players that I know haven't spent a lot of time together. So there's not too many pre-built synergies so far in this tournament. I feel like there's going to be a lot of emergent strategy and emergent communication amongst these teams.
I mean, and picking Dahaka again, pretty standard. We've got Anduin, Vala. This is very much like this. We're not learning a lot about the draft here, about the play style of these teams. It's almost just like who's left open. They're taking it. I mean, I expect to see something like a Blaze probably picked up here. I'm really interested. But your question about like, are they going to try something? I'm not sure. I think like this is going to be we have Infernal Shrines, the most standard of map. Our draft looks like it's exactly just pulled from the meta, just like heroes profile, what's most popular. Slight deviation maybe in the Malfurion pick. I guess actually not with the heroes that are banned.
With Stukov, Brightwing banned, sometimes like an Anduin already picked. You kind of got, do you want Deckard, do you want Lucio, do you want Malfurion, unless you're going with something niche. I think Malfurion's pretty decent here. If you can catch a Vala for a moment, you can really shred through that health bar. Though the Anduin pull will be able to get a save now and again. See, the ban is going to be here. So far, we're looking at fairly heavy siege from 30k Violet. Garrosh going to be taken off the board. Interesting. Maybe they know something that maybe that's a target ban. We don't generally see Garrosh near the top of the picks, especially with stuff like Nubarak still available.
Yeah,
maybe they want to pick it themselves. They do have the next pick here. Because I think if 30k Violet gets a hold of a Nubarak, they've got a really scary comp right now.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. Will Vala? I mean, I have to think back to is remembering when CPX played Vala on Towers of Doom against whoever that was in week 1 of against Oxygen on CCL, just absolutely shredded a Nubarak. So Vala can really hurt an Nubarak, especially on a map that can go as late as Infernal Shrines. We'll see what the next picks up here. A lot of room for Seven Rings to make choices here. We're going to see it right now.
Gleaming Blaze. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
It looks like they might be leaving themselves room for a variant in this last pick. Blaze could be main tank, could be off lane here, and Li Ming, usually you want targets locked down for a while. Anduin and Blaze can definitely do that. Vala with Rain of Vengeance can help set up these shots. But Zero gonna make a sweat a little bit on that last pick. That does leave a Nubarak open. I want to see what 30k Violet does in this spot.
Yeah.
There it is, the Anub, and it's going to be Hanzo. I was wondering if it was going to be a Mephisto in the last spot to try to prey on these low health bars, but Hanzo performing a similar function with the ranged poke.
Yeah, Epic player, a very flexible player. I don't know if he plays every hero, like if he's able to pull out the Mephisto in the tournament. I'm not sure. I know Epic player has a deep pool here. Or maybe he's going to swap to play that Dahaka from Panda Colada. I'm not actually sure how this plays out. I know Epic player actually probably does take them. I actually don't know.
Zero here. It's going to be Mal'Ganis in the last spot. Okay, I mean, there's a couple stuns and silences available on the side of 30k Violet. Not a tremendous amount of slows, though, which Mal'Ganis can really suffer from. So maybe this works out here for Zero, especially with someone like Blaze coming in from the off lane, providing a lot of extra tanking. This could work out.
Yeah, I think definitely this is a hero that Zero likes. So this is probably like this is a Mal'Ganis game. It's interesting though. I'm imagining a situation where if a Nubarak, let's say they wrap the Blaze in a team fight, then you have the Nubarak still has 2 stuns to control the Mal'Ganis, Dahaka as well. That's a lot of CC where I worry about the survivability of a Mal'Ganis, especially with a Vala, Li Ming backline. They need that front line to tank.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to come down to a lot of can Zero pick the right engages, because, like you said, Mal'Ganis can sometimes just get stood up and taken down. Luckily, there's Anduin in the back to help with maybe a light bomb, maybe a leap of faith if Zero gets in a little bit too deep or gets caught out. Yeah, but looking at these two comps, I'd say 30k Violet has a more standard composition here on Infernal Shrines. It's going to be heavy on the siege with Sylvanas, Anubarak, and Dahaka. Hanzo, great for helping secure objectives safely. But Vala, Li Ming, if they catch someone just right, they might just pop them. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to load into game number 1 here.
I think that Mal'Ganis actually might end up playing like a variant, helping with this pick idea. Red team, 30k Violet, definitely looking for that layers of CC. Blue looking for they want to just pop people and get the resets from there.
Let's meet our teams. On the left in the blue, we have 7 rings. Zero is on Mal'Ganis. Cyrus is playing Blaze. Psychotora is on the Vala. Avina Quaker playing Anduin. And I'm just going to call them A on the Li Ming. Who do we have on the right, Stoke?
In the red team, we have Gown the Gunner playing Malfurion. Epic player on the Dahaka. Marlowe playing Anubarak. Panda Colada on the Hanzo. And Albatox on the Sylvanas. It is 30k Violet.
So we look to clash here. We'll see what the lane splits are going to be. Neither team seems to have a particularly early game roam comp, so I'm expecting the solo laners to just sort of file off to the top lane after the initial clear, and a simple double soak to commence here. Anubarak going for a top engage there, but Zero heading the other direction. Who do you think's going to have the superior sort of rotations here still? Who do you think's got the early advantage right now?
I was going to say it's this red team, but both teams actually dropping a few minions in this middle lane. Red team with a slight bit of prio, but drops a little bit of soak. I imagine red will have that stronger early game, even with the Hanzo, as that Li Ming and Vala take a little bit of time to really scale to their full power.
Yeah, Li Ming relying on a couple of talents down the road to really bring the noise later on. Vala going for the auto attack stacking on level 1 here, so we'll be scaling up over time. Maybe not quite as quickly as something like a W quest, but it seems like 7 Rings is going for a later game composition right now.
Yeah, interesting as well. When you say late, they're also a little bit later on their camp. This is a potential invade opportunity. If the red team is clear at the bottom wave, they have the Dahaka that could dig in.
Double camp.
I think that's the safer call here. We'll see if it is safer here as Zero making a beeline for this bush.
Seven Rings is going to come in here. Mal'Ganis does excel on these points. Is going to move into the back line, try to put that Night Rush in. Marlowe low and is actually going to go down. The camp is finally going to go into contested mode. Uh-oh, big stun onto Mal'Ganis, and that's going to be a tank-for-tank trade. The solo laners have come on down. Hanzo is next to fall. Seven Rings with the 2-for-1 here. Claim the bottom camp.
Yeah, interesting. I think actually an invade could have been better off for 30k Violet. Hindsight's 2020 though. With that camp being taken and those kills down, blue team's going to be able to put some pressure and some wall damage in both this middle and bot lane.
Blaze being able to head up to the top here. Mal'Ganis on the way back. See Dahaka doing some Dahaka tricks here by dragging one of those minions into tower range before heading on the way out. And it looks like we got Seven Rings already starting up their Shaman camp to prepare for our first objective, which is going to be Frozen Punisher in the bottom lane.
Interesting. We'll see how this early game is slightly here in favor of our red team. Hanzo's got that scaling talent that he's looking for at level 4. Li Ming,
what do you think of this level 1 here for Hanzo? We don't tend to see the Q build an awful lot anymore.
It's got to be a map-specific tech, is what I'm thinking. Or maybe it's a ping
with
thing.
Infernal Shrines, you've got everyone's going to be converging on the point at some point, right? So you figure you're going to get your stacks in. Maybe they just want to get even more poke than the scatter build can provide, or more pointed poke with that storm bow.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see it. It's definitely going to have to put. It definitely says to me that they want to put the pressure on that front line, because I imagine it's hard to hit a Q on the Vala, who can just stutter step away or dodge. So we'll see.
We'll have to see, yeah, because if Panda Colada stays sort of back middle, it's going to be a lot of shots onto Mal'Ganis. But if we see Hanzo move it out onto those flanks, maybe we can get in the angle on some of these storm bows. But look at this. Seven Rings just absolutely owning the point here. Dahaka pushing that top lane with the Shaman camp is going to get some value. Taking down almost entirely the top wall there. But we've got an early Frozen Punisher here in the bottom lane. We'll see how much Vala can chew down these structures.
Yeah, Punisher jumps over, dodge, lots of root circles going out. Not a lot of threat here. I'm interested. The position from 30k Violet almost looked as if they were thinking, oh, they'll have to respond to this siege camp that's pushing top. But then Seven Rings just ended up taking the thing.
Deep there. Follow-up not able to be in range as Sylvanas was going back and dealing with that objective. But Marlowe's been playing a pretty aggressive brand of Anubarak here. It's resulted in 1 death so far, but go big or go home is what they say.
Structure's now in favor with that wall being down of Seven Rings. They're gonna steal this camp.
Cyrus coming on in from the rotation mid, and they're just gonna go ahead and say thank you very much. Head on back to the mid.
Yeah, interesting here. Red team gonna go and clear it up before it gets too much value, but if this keeps up, it looks Seven Rings is setting a pretty good tempo here, where they've taken more camps here, they've got more kills, they've got this first objective. The experience is still pretty close here, as Violet has been able to pick up these waves.
Psychotora stepping up a little bit dangerously there, but does vault on out. Zero is going to be stunned out of that Night Rush, has to use the Fell Claws to try to track backwards, and will do so effectively. Both teams pretty even on their path to 10 here. We'll see if they want to get into a scuffle over this bottom camp. Panda Colada, Marlowe just a little bit late here, so the camp is going to start to do its work. Cyrus, looking for a jet propulsion, couldn't quite land it. So no deaths there. That looked like it could have been a lot uglier, but both teams get out.
Yeah, I am so fascinated in this here. Blue team, at every possible moment, they are looking for these invades. They're stealing more camps. But Dahaka here is always top and is keeping their team even on experience with a 1,500 experience advantage over the Blaze, who is consistently, going into the mid or that bottom lane to support in this fight.
10s are in. Seven Rings rotating down to the bottom lane, seeing if anyone's going to get caught out, but no such luck. We've got the Light Bomb, Bunker, Carrion Swarm, Rain of Vengeance, and Wave of Force here for Seven Rings. What do we got over on the side of 30k Violet?
Mouth picks up Tranquility, Dahaka with Isolation, Anubarak with the Cocoon, Hanzo Dragon's Arrow, and Sylvanas Wailing Arrow. So definitely without that Malfurion Silence, still a ton of CC coming out from every single character here. Able to really layer this. We'll see how that makes, and what should break out to be one of the first huge 5-on-5 team fights Both teams positioning for it. That Blaze going to rotate up. Looks like Blue doesn't want to fight this right now.
Having that double silence versus a Mal'Ganis, very, very useful. Mal'Ganis relies heavily on abilities to be a survivable tank with that Wailing Arrow and the possible isolation. This could be a tough one here for Zero. It's going to be all down to that Carrion Swarm timing.
Yeah, both teams here looking to take their bruiser camps, which will crash in that top. Again, look at this. Dahaka very much anchored to this top lane. He's got his 50 essence. He's halfway through his enhanced agility quest at level 1. We'll see how these teams posture around this.
Got the Arcane Punisher here in the mid. Once again, Seven Rings is going to jump on that quickly. Epic Player is coming around the backside here, looking for a possible isolation play. Is so far not discovered. Zero going to move forward. Epic Player is just biding time here. Marlowe up in the front. Oh, there we go. Dahaka moves in. There's the isolation onto the back line. Dragon Arrow is going to whiff. Great job by A moving away there. Cyrus looking for the hit onto Epic Player, but there's the Lurker Strain to get Dahaka on out. Big Silence Arrow onto 2. There's Zero. Oh, Zero's able to back up. This is good here for Seven Rings. They've absorbed a lot of ults here. Big Light Bomb is going to connect, and there goes Dahaka.
Yeah, Dahaka missed that tongue and then fell here. Marlowe dropping low as well. Oh, the unstoppable charge away at the perfect moment here. Although Malfurion is now in trouble.
There goes Malfurion, and it's another kill here for Seven Rings, and Vala is actually going to be counter-killed here under tower range. It's still even on these minions, but with the 2-for-1, can 30k Violet find Rune here? Double stun out onto Zero. This is where Mal'Ganis is really, really good. In like a 1v2 where you just can't do enough damage to take him down. Zero doing a great job of anchoring out front there.
Yeah, I love the aggressive anchor there. Really just absolutely saying there's no way that Hanzo you're going to get any value out of your explosive arrows. No steals for you.
So second Punisher of the game is going to go over to Seven Rings. They've got their 13 advantage. Dahaka back to the top lanes, dealing with that Shaman camp that was pushing during the objective. I will say, Li Ming does provide a little bit of siege here, but Vala down in the bottom lane, they're not going to be able to stick around for long. Seven Rings is going to move back here.
Yeah, they've definitely done a good job opening up this map. A future mid lane Punisher is going to be very scary if the building's, sway doesn't change here in favor of 30k Violet, because 2 walls down makes it really hard.
And kind of a cool, greedy camp play there. Vala actually just went and soloed the bottom lane Khazra camp. And another easy 2-for-1 on these camps coming out from Seven Rings. Taking a look at the experience, you see them double the experience on mercenary camps of 30k Violet now. And it looks like we're going to have ourselves a fort trade. Seven Rings is going for the mid as 30k Violet tries to clear out the bottom lane right now. Oh, they're going to get the wall and try to peel out. We could have ourselves a fight here. Epic Player is waiting.
Oh, Vala getting those last few autos. She's now going to be isolated from her team a little bit here. Epic Player looking at that flank. Oh, the Dragon Air hits too.
Marlowe going in there looking for Psychotora. Vala caught on the wrong side there is going to go down. There's Cocoon onto Mal'Ganis. Do they have enough damage for the follow-up here? Zero has the light bomb, finds the stun onto 2, manages to pop the Carrion Swarm to move back. Still a long way to the gate though. Extra stun, extra root, one more stun, and Zero is down.
Man, I think this is this is a huge moment in this game here for 30k. Losing their fort, but being able to punish that Vala for what is only can be called an overstay, and then the great coordination to shut down that Mal'Ganis. Well played from the red team here.
Epic Player continuing to have the advantage here in the top lane. Cyrus going to try to clear this out. Albatoc's going to step up and force Blaze back. This looks like it's a commit on the top lane here from 30k Violet. They've already got the wall down. It's going to be 4 members here versus just Blaze. Can Seven Rings catch up here to stop this?
Yeah, multiple CC attempts, misses onto Cyrus. Cyrus with actually full health here, popping his trait to get that armor and that damage. Marlowe in big trouble
here. Oh, pushed out of the Rain of Vengeance. Oh no! Unfortunate. Good gank attempt there, but just couldn't quite get it done. 30k Violet escapes.
You know what? I like the idea here. Actually, this is a big loss for Seven Rings. Losing that top well, as these objectives get later, they do more damage, and losing a well means it's going to be harder and harder for them to, get to that 40. Sure, you might win the first 20, but if you can't back up and fill back up on health, it's going to be a little bit harder.
Very nicely timed well snipe there from 30k Violet, knowing that they've got the Shrine activating in the top lane next. They're already going to be up here for the Shaman camp clear. Both teams have 16s. This is going to be one of the first objectives in a while where 30k Violet isn't at a level disadvantage here. I'm interested to see how this fight goes. We saw the silences kind of get rebuffed in our last 5v5. We'll see if 30k Violet can make the adjustments to be effective in this early fight.
I love this as well because Epic player in the bottom lane on the Dahaka, knowing that they could Z in, doing a lot of work to intentionally slow down Mal'Ganis, giving this a 4v5 scenario here for 30k Violet. Now that they are 5, it's time to probably back off, but Dahaka here clearing this mid wave. They're going to be happy with their 20 defender lead, and they're going to try to, I guess, step back and regroup for how they want to get the second half.
Dahaka still doing a little bit of side soaking here. I'd be able to go in. Marlowe looking for an engage, but it's going to force out the leap of faith from Anduin. Cyrus looking for a jet propulsion, didn't quite land there. Here comes Epic player, going to find the drag onto Zero, going to immediately pop the Carrion Swarm there to stay alive. Cyrus gets broken at the Cocoon. Uh-oh, Marlowe is in deep. Big Light Bomb is going to connect onto the Bug, and that's a new Barak going down here. A huge silence is just a little bit too late. The blind as a bat from Zero connects for a second kill. Malfurion is down. The jet propulsion collision course kill. It's a triple kill for 7 rings, and they're going to jump onto this objective.
Just as I was praising 30k for that last team fight, this one felt like a little bit disjointed. There was not quite the, consistent strategy in how they wanted to tackle that fight. It seemed like they were just kind of using their ults one at a time. And then they kind of had this one at a time death. Each of their death timers, if you look, is 5 seconds and 5 seconds and 5 seconds, really giving a Li Ming what she wants. Get that first pick, get the next, and get the next.
Marlowe, unfortunate there, was looking for a big burrow play, the team trying to follow up, but it was kind of like, you've seen it with Blaze, where Blaze is like, there's 4 people there, jet propulsion, and they all just perfectly sidestep, and you're on the back line. Where did Blaze go down? Oh, Blaze went down in the bottom lane. Albatox helping out Epic player with that side kill.
Yeah. Long gank attempt. They followed him from almost mid lane all the way down to that bot bush.
Goodness,
there.
I was just gassing on about team fights I didn't even see. But we've got ourselves a Mortar Punisher in the top lane once again. 7 rings. Have it, but without Blaze, it looks like they're just going to break off here. Look for possibly some action mid.
I think they're pretty confident in this 15-minute Punisher. Probably not going to get a keep, but, by itself might put some good damage onto this keep wall. But I guess, with 4 showing here, the Punisher, and not baiting it behind, actually, is going to get very little damage. And they'll get a camp, is all they'll get with their objective, and the experience for winning. This is actually the least impactful objective we've seen so far.
Smites itself upon the wall. Looks like we've got a clash down here in the bottom lane. Yeah, they don't get the camp out quick enough to push into the bottom fort. I'm calling that a win for 30k Violet. I mean, they lose the objective there, but the pick in the side lane dissuades 7 rings from doing anything meaningful in the top lane, and now it's just everyone's got all their keeps. And when everyone's got all their keeps going past level 20, it becomes anyone's game here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A slight level advantage, though, with that level 20s we found half a level before for 7 rings. We'll see how their plan is to capitalize on this. They're setting up a possible bush gank here with 5 members in this bottom lane. Dahaka shows in the lane top and Sylvanas mid. We'll see if they decide to engage quickly and unexpectedly before 20, but it looks like they're just going to try to poke down this well in preparation for this next objective phase.
Sikatora taking a couple of hits there. There's the minus armor coming out from Sylvanas. Vala so far staying safe. Marlowe looking for A there on the bottom side, but could not quite find it. Dahaka still doing some side soaking. Yeah, it looks like we're just sort of on the casual path to level 20 here for both teams.
Yeah, lots of respect coming out here. Both of these teams, you can tell this is the first game in a series. Both teams untested and untried against each other. Definitely they're trying to suss out who is going to win this game, and that I think will set a huge pace for a series, as it always does.
Cyrus looking for the connection there, just a little bit short. Zero wants to hit a sleep, is going to get 1. Carrion Swarm going to be popped early there for Mal'Ganis just to give some time. Zero in a little bit of a tough spot. Cyrus looking for a jet propulsion again. Oh no, Dragon Arrow is going to go through the pack again here. Avina saving Zero, going for the second save onto Cyrus. The level 16 is online. Silence onto the back line, but look at this. 7 rings with the disengage. Wow, I don't know how they got out of there after 2 whiffed engages from both of their front line.
Yeah, also interesting, they have all of their ults. Like, if they can get their health bars back, this is a very advantageous fight for the blue team because they've got all their ults back online except for Bunker. Whereas Violet, I mean, they're down everything but Trank.
Psychotor moving up there. Nice wave of force, but an even nicer haunting wave there from Albatox. This is 7 rings going to continue to rotate around. Looks like 30k Violet maybe thinking about an invade. Marlowe's certainly wanting to step up. But Sylvanas in the top lane, they're not going to be able to do it.
You know what this is like, this map? This is like Volskaya. We're just watching objectives happen and not much get done because of it. And now it's level 20, and every objective before this hasn't mattered. We're back to where we started. That's what this feels
Cyrus
like.
going to commit. Yeah, there we go. We're going to go on to the point here. Oh, nice cocoon, though. The Dragon Arrow, once again, not going to connect here. Zero on the back line is going to be stunned out of that Night Rush. Epic player with a big drag, though, is going to land onto Vala. Wow, huge play there from 30k Violet. Zero trying to kite backwards. A very timely kill for 30k Violet there, as the next shrine in the bottom lane is now online.
Yeah. Blue team shows 3 here on this objective. The red team, excuse me. 7 rings going to be clearing out mid-wave. Waiting for the 40-second Vala death timer. I don't think there's any way that they can contest here unless they were to try to snap engage on the Dahaka top, which is what it looks like they're about to go do.
Gonna give it a try here. There is the teleport to stop the dig out. Epic player still has the movement speed, though. Wave of Force is going to push Dahaka away. Do they have any more control? There it is. Dahaka is taken down in the top lane, but all the while, 30k Violet is pushing the bottom lane. Sylvanas just claiming that before the objective is even available. And this is going to be a strong push. If 7 rings can hold on to their keep, they're going to be in good shape here. Without Blaze, this could be a big problem. It's a quad stun, and Blaze is down. The bunker wasn't available. 30k Violet with a stagger. They've got the objective going the bottom lane. This is looking more like a keep than before.
Yeah, I think definitely here. Front wall is now shut off, so red team not having to worry about their health bars here as they shred this wall down. Punisher, they're dropping to 50% health. Marlowe is in. He is auto-attacking this fort.
Doesn't have the rewind. Was used earlier. Looking for... Okay, Zero gets out of there. Nice wave of force. This keeps going down a little bit slow here. Zero on the back line is going to try to re-engage. They're not going to get it. Vala's going to be put into the cocoon, though. Marlowe, can't quite get the hit. Is going to have to follow up and pale onto Zero. But the Night Rush come back off cooldown immediately. Big silence as we see the Light Bomb connect from Mal'Ganis. There's a short stun from Panda as Hanzo and Li Ming continue to duel. Panda Colada trying to create some space. Big shred coming in from Albatox. Psychotor on the top side. Marlowe, oh my goodness, is so close on so many of these engages. Gets a double stun in the back. There's the drag from Dahaka. That's going to be Li Ming going down. That's a huge pick here from 30k Violet, and that's going to allow them to finish off this keep.
Yeah, I think that, they have a chance to potentially push this even forward. They have a catapult here. Not going to look to usher that in. Gunnar going for some cheeky moonfires here.
Just looking for some extra healing. Pad those stats.
There we go. Getting some beetles engaged on this fort with that Burning Rage. Going to take 2 buildings here for the price of 1. 30k now with the structure advantage.
Starting to take over the map here. They've got about a half-level lead, 22 to 21 right now. They're going to pick up some of these camps on their way out. Li Ming's still down for a solid 25 seconds here. With a keep down, this is a vulnerable spot to be if you're 7 rings.
Yeah, 7 rings had a really strong early mid-game, it felt like, with a commanding position based on some of the rotational decisions. But as this game has got later and later, the kills are now tied, and 30k is looking in a stronger position with all of their keeps alive. And a very clear win condition in this bot lane if this Punisher ever goes down there or if they get in a couple picks.
Looks like they're going to try to bait this out. Right now, 7 rings staying behind their wall. Vala is going to show in the mid. 30k Violet just waiting. At this point, 7 rings has got to be... It's like, okay. 30k Violet could definitely have cleared a camp by now, so they've got to be somewhere. They aren't necessarily on the bottom camp, but they should be somewhere. You see them checking the bushes here. They're going to start up their top camp right now. 30k Violet, they're still going to bait this. I feel like they might have waited a little bit too long here, as now the top left camp is claimed. Marlowe's on the way out. There we go. Gunner's going to cap. Epic player.
I wish I would have
on
timed
from
how
the top
long
right.
they were off. I love the fact that they were out of vision, but ultimately didn't pay off.
I mean, it's a gamble.
Check that bush with their face, though. Like, it's the wrong bush to behind it.
When you think about it, like, there's nothing else to really do on the map, right?
No,
So
totally.
you could be in a different bush, I suppose. At that spot, it's like, well, we've got nothing to really gain. If they happen to walk into us, we'll just win the game. So I guess they're just thinking that's, that's a good trade-off, since there's nothing else they could really be doing.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. And like overextending for a bush gank in the top jungle is a little bit scarier than we have time to position it in a nice concave around the bottom. 30k immediately on this shrine, getting us started with a 6 monkey lead.
Good work there. Got the 9 Dahakas in the bottom lane. We see the Shaman Camp pushing top here for 30k Violet, but 7 rings. They've been really strong on these points. Mal'Ganis is a presence here. Getting things going here for the blue side, but nice clear coming on in, and now we're going to engage. Marlowe in the back line is going to try for the backwards burrow charge, but Zero able to pop out of there. Another very early Carrion Swarm. The silence and the double stun onto the back line, but the follow-up is too far away. Mal'Ganis is just sending that damage way into the back here for 30k Violet. Blind as a Bat is going to come on out, as well as the Wailing Arrow. Psychotorai taking some big hits from the scatters of Hanzo. Marlowe going to go in once again, and look at this. 30k Violet was able to get enough damage onto the point to get a late game Mortar Punisher here.
Yeah, really interesting. They definitely didn't quite find the combo I think they were looking for, but they definitely got the objective. And I'm curious, looking at the ults from 7 Rings, they didn't use very many of theirs. It's almost like they weren't worried about this.
It was a weird split situation where Mal'Ganis was way in the back of 30k Violet, holding all the damage back, and Dahaka, Epic player, was in the back of 7 Rings, holding their backline hostage.
Yeah,
so neither team could really get in
Contagion.
the. Oh goodness, look at this. Zero just trying to control the bottom side as the Punisher is baited up to the top lane. 30k Violet, they get the keep. They're going to start to step up here. They might try to end this game.
They got 2 catapults here. They have lots of late game
This is a
power.
little bit risky. Zero going to move forward, trying to not let them escape for free. Marlowe going to move back. Dragon Arrow going to connect onto Blaze in the back line. Zero is going to come out of invulnerability. Avina gets out of the cocoon. Zero is low, is just kind of getting poked down here. Can Mal'Ganis escape? Is going to have to use the blind as a bat to try to get it back to the Hall of Storms. Big save onto Psychotorai, but the core is taking damage here. Catapults are connecting 70%. Cyrus with the big stun, Li Ming with the push away. Mal'Ganis is back, and look at this. 30k Violet is being forced to back up.
Yeah, wow. 50% though damage down. Oh, and if Li Ming falls here, this probably could be the end of the game. Nope. She will survive it again.
Trying.
Yeah.
Marlowe going to go for the engage once again. Light Bomb onto Avina is going to get the stun onto Anubarak. Core is at 44%, and Shield is starting to regain. Big Drag is going to land onto Blaze. Cyrus in trouble. Blaze is down. The core shielding is gone once again here. Dahaka is low, but is going to start to regenerate. Marlowe looking for another engage here. Li Ming on the backside is just blinking through, getting a reset. It's going to be Malfurion for Anduin here. Oh my goodness. Epic player is being chased out right now. Dahaka goes down. It's a 2 for 2. And this fight just won't stop. Marlowe goes in. There is the stun. Li Ming is taken out. Psychotorai is low. Vala is down. Can Violet do this? They've got the catapults. Zero is low. Marlowe doesn't have any stuns. There's the negative armor though. Mal'Ganis trying to get away here is gonna fall, and the wave pressure will be enough here for 30k Violet to push on through an end.
Wow, this team fight has gone on for literally 145 seconds or longer. That was insane. Just non-stop core for the last 2 minutes. 2.5.
My goodness gracious.
Great game coming out of both. Really exciting. That was Volskaya. The beginning was a little bit of oh, could be cool. Never mind. Going on and on and on. And then the end was just non-stop action. Exciting game and a good start to the night.
I think that was a pretty good read there from 30k Violet. They knew that they had the constant catapult pressure coming in. You've got the regen available from Dahaka and Malfurion just to keep the pressure on there. You can get some poke from Hanzo and Sylvanas just to keep whittling down the core. There were, it was good attempts. You saw Li Ming start to pop off there in the fight, but then got stunned out. Psychotora was doing work, and then Psychotora got caught. Oh, I mean, there were a lot of moments where that could have gone either way in a landslide, but that felt pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. I also love, though, that we watched two different early game strategies for this map, and I loved it. Really, like, it looked like 30K going for that later game, consistently, like, giving up the camps and saying, we're going to play for that later game, while Seven Rings saying, we're going to fight for each of these early game camps. And ultimately, they got a lot of camps, right by the 10-minute mark. They had taken 50% more camps than their opponents, but they weren't able to capitalize, really. They got the first structures, but not able to turn that into the meaningful advantage they needed to power through to the end.
Close one indeed. Looks like we've got our next map pick. It's going to be Battlefield of Eternity.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see who chose it. 30K Violet chose the map. Let's bring it back to us. We're back, G. We're back, chat. We're going to be waiting on our next lobby here. So Battlefield of Eternity. I mean, both teams have shown a penchant for brawling so far, and Battlefield of Eternity is a brawling map. Now, what you can get away with on Battlefield of Eternity is a little bit less of the macro, a little bit less of the wave clear. You can, you don't necessarily have to go with the Vala. You can go with a Li Ming. You don't have to go with the Tassadar. You can go with, like, an Alarak. There's things that you can do on Battlefield you can't do on other maps. So I'm wondering, like, you can also just run standard. Like, these teams both ran fairly standard, and it worked out fairly well. Maybe you don't have to go cheeky here.
Yeah, thing is, I'm not sure what these teams are going to want to do from a draft perspective. I mean, just as much as I know that the Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, I know Infernal Shrines is not Li Ming's best map, right? Like, So, like, the only deviation, though, from that previous draft, I mean, they even took, like, a pseudo support to go with the Vala, right, in the Blades with the bunker. So I guess the Mal'Ganis is a little bit non-standard, but, like, it was kind of operating like a pick vehicle. I guess it wasn't, though. It was literally living in the backline. So maybe we'll see some non-standardness from Seven Rings, as you're describing. I don't know. That game didn't tell us a ton.
Oh, gotta get in the lobby.
Oh, shoot. That's me. I'm sorry.
You're showing us offline, fool. I can't invite you.
Oh, shoot. Let me fix that.
Stoic has been offline for 2 months.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at my Storm League history, I've played on my main account like twice.
Oh, dear. All right, we've got our teams. They're on the correct sides. Yes. Yes. Let's go to map select. I made the map selection screen today. It looks so good. As a reminder, if you're just joining us, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Sky Temple, Alterac Pass, and Cursed Hollow are banned away. Infernal Shrines, our first map, went over to 30K Violet, who have now chosen to bring us here to Battlefield of Eternity for map number 2. This is a best of 3 series, so if 30K Violet takes this, they will move ahead in the bracket. Give them the caster ready, and we'll be able to jump in here. I want to see a Kira, Stoic. Are we going to get Kira?
I do not think we're going to see Kira on this map. Why do you want to see Kira here on Battlefield of Eternity?
Because we saw Kira for like 2 weeks, like half a year ago, and it was pretty cool.
I mean, I do like Kira. She's definitely a dynamic hero. I think it would be a liability on this map. You need to be able to split off into those side lanes, clear them, and then come back. Or take a structure. Kira, she's great in that crazy insanity of the fight, right? Because if she kills him, she kills him. But if she doesn't, then she's dead. Or if your team dies, then she has to go clear waves, and she's not exceptional at that. But I mean, a good Kira can do work. So maybe it happens. We'll see.
I feel like we haven't seen a Kira in like a year. It's tough. It's tough out there for Kira right now. Going to see the Hanzo ban here from Seven Rings. Definitely a strong showing from Epic player there. Wait, no, they switched. I didn't switch it here. I was looking here. I'm like, Epic didn't play Hanzo. I didn't switch it on the software. That's my B.
It's all good. Yeah, it really was good Hanzo poke out. A couple of the arrows missed. We'll see if they can sync those up in the next time that we have some ults here. Junkrat ban, pretty standard here. We'll see if there's any tempo shift in having to do that targeted Hanzo ban. Definitely a map ban. Hanzo quite good on the. He's like up there with Li Ming and being able to poke out these immortals. But we'll see if that allows any tempo to come back into 30K's favor with being in the second pick and having last pick. With Seven Rings opting to more target ban, right? Not opting for like the Stukov or the Brightwing. I guess Hogger's not as good here. So maybe they actually have that free spot. Ban.
30K Violet, I'm assuming it's going to be a Stukov ban unless they really want Dahaka. Yeah, they're going to ban Stukov. Okay. We'll see if Seven Rings actually even wants the Dahaka here. I mean, it's Battlefield. There's a lot of those bushes in the mid where you can move around and get that movement speed. We are going to see Cyrus pick that up here. But you do use your global, just not quite as much in the same way as Shrines, right? You're more of a battle Dahaka than you are a split push Dahaka.
Which is insane because like I have the reaction time of a JRPG player and the strategy of a Fortnite bush camper, and I'm still able to do really, really well on Dahaka, which tells you like how strong this hero is. Anubarak and Li Ming here picked up. Definitely Anubarak, like very impactful hero
for sure.
Oh, definitely. Like nice that also like Li Ming is there with Panda, so Anubarak can't, those two are together. I love it. Wow.
Psychotora is able to grab the Vala once again here. Avina going back to the Anduin. I didn't think that these teams were just going to run it back, basically, but here we are. 30K Violet, we've already got the Anduin, the Vala. Are they worried about a Johanna here? Probably not. I mean, Anubarak and Li Ming are not terribly worried about a Johanna. I don't know. Do you think Joe fits here?
I don't. I think Diablo is a safer ban here.
Yeah.
I think Diablo is exceptional on this map. Johanna's fine, but I feel like she's so much better when there's waves to clear.
Yeah, I get you. So Diablo can definitely just finding a Li Ming is really good. We got an Ana ban here from Seven Rings. I guess they're worried about a super-powered Li Ming. Or it could be a notice that they're not interested in picking any more dive on their side.
Yeah. But I mean, the nano-boosted Li Ming is another classic. I think, I'm trying to think, like, I imagine they want to pick their offlaner here, epic player, like, they can hide something for the end. I imagine this is a Lucio, Malfurion, and Blaze.
Yeah, they're going to keep their flex. So we're going to see a Tyrande.
Wow.
30K Violet is going all in on the pick here. Anduin can only save, just sort of the one cleanse available. And right now we've got a load of stuns around the side of 30K Violet. Is Johanna looking any better now?
I mean, maybe. There's a lot that she can get in the way of. I mean, I think
the Falling Sword just to have a constant cleanse. We got the Jaina here from A. Muradin. Okay, I mean, you could also just put a hero in front that doesn't die. That's pretty good too.
Yeah. I mean, and Muradin and Dahaka both, like, they get in the back and they mess things up, which creates something interesting because, like, I think we're again going to see this splitness, right? Like, the blue team here has this proclivity to, like, go really far in and be, kind of be more back or on the side. And I wonder how that's going to play out, because last time we saw these fights that were wrapping in big circles. I think Genji's what they want.
I was wondering if we were going to get a Zeratul here, but it's going to be the Genji from Albatox. Right now we've got a Vala, Jaina, Anduin. None of those heroes really like it when anyone's up in their business. And Mr. Up in Your Business himself, Genji, is going to be the last pick here for 30K Violet.
So a little bit of a flex. I mean, maybe they saw it in CCL and thought, oh, well, who was it that played it? Like, it was on this map too, right? But like, it was played in CCL a couple of weeks ago. Maybe they think that's fine. It's a big flex here from Albatox to say, all right, I'll take Genji here, and I will be able to out-micro all of you. Because a Tyrande, like, Genji's going to go in. It's going to be hard for Tyrande to keep those heals up.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Albatox is expecting you to receive a heal, like, ever.
No. Which is, so I'm excited for what they have planned for us, saying, I'm confident. Sure, this is a good thing for Genji, but also I don't even need any rails. Like, put the bumpers down. It's going to strike all the way home.
Let's see how it goes. We've got game number 2. On the left in the blue, it is 7 rings. 0 is on Muradin. A is on Jaina. Aven Quaker on Anduin. Psychotora on the Vala. And we've got Cyrus on Dahaka.
The red team up 1 in this series. We have Down the Gutter on Tyrande, Epic Player now playing the Blaze, Marlo on Anubarak, Panda Colada playing the Li Ming, and Albatox on Genji. It's 30k Violet.
Here we go. Looking at the two drafts here, I feel like 30k Violet kind of got their number with this Genji. But one thing that Seven Rings has here is pretty flexible engage between Dahaka and Muradin. They can get on a lot of different angles from a lot of different positions. Vala, with the range, can follow up. It's going to be, if they find the correct spot, like if they find an engage that Jaina is near, I think Seven Rings is pretty scary here. But I think the engage from the side of 30k Violet is a lot more straightforward.
Yeah, and lots of opportunities. I think both of these teams have lots of opportunities to set up an engage like that.
Absolutely. Here.
The Tyrande could raw stun. I've seen it done by these players. You know, Marlo has 2 on their kit. The Blaze could set up a big attack there.
Genji shows there, getting a little bit of harassment onto Zero. There's the stun from Gunner, and Genji going straight in there onto Psychotora. And doing a good job of keeping everyone healthy, though.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
can't
the
help
wave
but think...
clear from Jaina Vala is going to be superior here in the early going.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Li Ming and Genji will struggle.
Epic Player actually rotated all the way down just to see if Marlo was going to hit that stun. And Epic goes right back up to the top lane.
I mean, I like it better than just sitting behind their gate or in the bush. You know, like, being active on the map is what Red is going to do to threaten Blue, to play a little more cautiously, to hopefully buy them that time to clear these waves. Right? The more time that Genji isn't showing and Blaze isn't showing gives this Li Ming what she needs to keep her mana high so she doesn't have to continuously throw spells to fast clear these waves.
Even Quaker just getting a little couple of hits there on the bottom side, but the camp not really an option for either team right now until a pick is had. Approaching the 2-minute mark here. Arlo going to go in there, find the double stun. There's the follow-up, and goodbye, Vala. You see that Hunter's Mark value as Panda Colada connects.
Yeah, beautiful execution there. You can see that was planned before. Epic Player here just arrives. The Vala's been dead, though. Now here to make sure that they get that camp, even if Dahaka were to dig. Really great execution from the layers of CC, the Li Ming combo, and the Genji hitting at the same moment. You love to see it.
Bottom camp is going to go over to 30k Violet here. Blaze going to go up to the top and catch another wave. Right now we see Psychotora on the left is picking up, starting up this camp. Okay, I think both teams... 30k Violet is a little bit late to this one. I don't know if they'll finish this in time. Let's see.
Yeah, 30k not with the most optimal here.
Yeah,
Man, what do you think about this?
Genji, Toronto, Li Ming, not exactly known for the camp clear, but not too bad. Only a little bit late here.
Which could end up being an advantage. We'll see with the 2 camps live on the map for the red team here. They are positioned aggressive for this Immortal. Li Ming getting that first little bit of damage here as all 5 players putting some autos down except for Nubarak here.
Yeah, Seven
Immortal
Rings
already
wasn't
to half.
on the race right away, so no punish on the late Shaman. Take it down to half. Yeah, very, very quickly here. And now we see Seven Rings all in on the defense. But can they actually get enough bodies in the way of these Li Ming shots?
Interesting. Blue team seems to be slowing this down. I think they should be rushing it to have this halftime to go get this camp off their top wall. They now are responding to that, letting those last few shots go through.
We got the fairly quick clear here, but look at this. The objective is already up and available. Zero's going to have to come right across the map here. This is going to have to be an aggressive defense here from Seven Rings, and this is already so low. Li Ming with another hit. Crossfire is only... There it is. That's a full shield first phase Immortal.
Yeah, you know, early objectives, not strong on every map. They are pretty strong on this map, especially like a full shield Immortal at any time in the game is a threat here. And I expect 30k Violet to easily get a wall.
It's
Open
about
up this map.
18,000 health, if I recall, like 17.5 or something. Damage levels aren't that high at this point in the game. This could be tough. Stun there from Marlo, follow up, but Zero is able to jump on out. The wall is pretty much removed here.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get a well and a half a fort. Oh, Good stun from Zero. Not able to really follow up, just kind of flexing the skill shot there.
Oh, sorry, there's something going on. There we go. I was trying to figure out, there was weird noise in the background. I was like, are you in a war zone?
Me?
No, I had a tab that decided it was time to play an ad. Let me just close that out. Marlo going in there, actually finds the hit onto Jaina. Psychotora low on the edge. Follow-up double stun from Tyrande. But Cyrus is on the chase here, looking for a possible drag. Not quite going to get it. The keep is saved.
Yeah. The fort, though, I think with his Li Ming pressure as good as probably going to fall here. Every time that Blue wants to leave the lane, Li Ming will be able to get another 800 damage.
And a Claude on the edge here. Ooh, big hit there on the Psychotora, but the return in the favor there as well. Marlo going in. Oh, nice stun, but an even better save from Avina.
Oh, wow. Here, red team looking to be aggressive here. Dahaka rotating down, waddling as it is, while Blaze takes this camp top. They're now in a position to force this bottom camp if they'd like. If they can recognize Dahaka isn't showing top, they can poke this out while they force the wait. They just need to make sure they survive this engagement. Oh, the stun.
Cyrus able to get out of there, was looking for a drag onto Li Ming. Couldn't quite get it done. Thank you, Slexia. I did the score backwards there. 30k is indeed up 1-0. At the top lane here, Epic player is actually getting this wave cleared, has a camp. This could be some significant damage. Dahaka is trying to get in for the clear. The Immortals are spawning.
Yeah. Level 10s here, an entire level lead now. Just about by 30k Violet. This is going to definitely, I imagine, be that second.
Zero just kiting in the corner here is going to get the jump out. Oh no, Epic player gets stuck. Follow-up stun is good. There's the Hunter's Mark. Marlo doesn't have the cooldowns. Zero gets out.
In the words of Lauber, Zero is saying right now in comms, I'm sexy. Well dodged.
Zero gets on out of there. Immortals are up. Right now, Li Ming is solo clearing this Immortal for 30k Violet. They have the level 10 advantage. Epic player manages to get on out as Zero was looking for an engage. Nice job backing up. Right now, 30k Violet definitely wants to dictate the terms of the next engagement.
But you know what? Seven Rings, this has allowed them no real advantage here found from these 10s. You know, just the passive advantage has continued. But now, Seven Rings, they're about to get 10s. Sure, they're down half an objective phase, but they have a moment to turn this around.
Epic player really trying to get this bottom tower down if possible, just laying on the crossfire and the burning oil. We are at the halftime show here, though. 10s are in. 30k Violet, we've got the X-Strike, we've got the Shadow Stalk, Bunker, Cocoon, and Wave of Force. A lot of control there in those heroics.
Yeah, Murden could Avatar. Anduin has the Light Bomb. Dahaka this time with Adaptation. Jaina, Watermelon Elemental is out.
Zero's way in the back here. There's an extra stun, though, onto Jaina as A is going to be pulled out. There's a Cocoon actually coming out onto Jaina as we had Albatox engaging in the bag. Zero getting some shields from that Light Bomb. Everyone is so low. Li Ming just wants someone to pop. There is the stray from Psychotora, and look at that. 7 rings. Able to get away. That was either going to be no kills or 5 kills there.
Yeah. And you know what? While we didn't get to see the pop that Li Ming and Genji could have executed here, that feels very Heroes Hearth to have this double reset comp. I mean, HGC level Heroes Hearth, right? Not
Yes.
CCL.
That was a big thing they used to run.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Red Team just walks away with this Immortal and then just take the top fort. Like,
Zero
they
gonna
didn't
be
get the
stopped
kills, but
there.
they're going to win this objective.
Cyrus looking to move ahead, but nice job by 30k Violet. Once again, they want to dictate this type of engagement. Uh-oh, Marlo looking for an engage, gets the second half. Albatox is kind of being controlled here by Zero, but has the Swift Strike to escape. Epic player, this is with the jet propulsion, has to move back there with the 40 armor. Big stun there onto Murden. Big follow-up as well. Is it going to be enough to take down Zero? Yes, Murden is down. The X-Strike onto the back. Big collision from Epic player. There goes Jaina. Psychotora trying to get away here. What a deflect from Genji. Haven Quaker hits 2 with the Light Bomb. Double stun comes in from Tyrande. The follow-up from Blaze. This could be a pentakill here. Haven Quaker is down. Looks like Cyrus is going to get away, but still quad kill here for 30k Violet, and they're going to get another very healthy Immortal. pushing down the top lane.
30K really wanted that. I mean, there were 3 times in that long, drawn-out fight where they kind of missed what they were looking for. And then once they hit it and it got going, it just kept going and going exactly like you're looking for in that Li Ming Genji comp. And that was the resets they were looking for.
They found him. They finally got the one pop. Genji able to zoom in. Li Ming able to follow up. Very nicely done. We're seeing Tyrande hitting huge stuns here. Gunner putting in big work for 30K Violet right now.
Yeah, I'm loving. I was
Player big flank. Oh, A is caught, but even Quaker has the pull for the save. Epic player has to pop the bunker. Oh, can they actually get Blaze out of here? Extra stun onto Zero. Blaze gets away. Albatrox is forced to X-Strike to escape. Cyrus going to find a drag, though, onto Genji. Follow-up from Epic player. Genji is low. Epic player's so low here. Oh, my goodness. This time it's 30K Violet able to get out of there before barely everyone dies.
Yeah, they're fighting the fight here. What I'm loving about this 30K, watching 30K Violet perform here, is that they're all making plays here. This is not like Panda, going Dino on Li Ming. Everyone is supporting here, and this is a team effort that I'm really loving to watch here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just one gets caught. The front line is ready to peel. The follow-up is there on these engages. 30K Violet is looking like a well-oiled machine right now. 7 Rings, they've been really, they've been well coordinated in these fights, but this game in particular, it feels like the comp just isn't coming together for them.
Yeah, I think they're they're not quite finding that kind of burst that they need, right? Or maybe they're just waiting for the Valla to come online. I don't know. They're a level and a half down right now. They haven't really been able to break through the Tyrande's, ability to keep people alive. We'll see really where this is going to go.
Bottom camp is going to be claimed here by 30K Violet. Marlowe just doing a little bit of a check here. Camps are going to clash down in the bottom lane. Li Ming up at the top versus Dahaka here for the moment. Both teams just hanging out, just waiting for our next objective to become available. Not an awful lot to do on the map right now. Unless you can get a big flank here. Marlowe finds a triple stun on the back line. We'll see if there's going to be an engage. Li Ming with the big hit, but Dahaka in the area. 30K Violet says, thank you very much for the cooldown. We'll be on our way.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm looking at these talents from 7 Rings, trying to understand what they're looking for. And it looks to me like Valla taking this Monster Hunter at level 7 is really, they're looking to win objectives here. And if they can get a pick here, that's going to help them make that happen. You're now with equal talent tiers.
Water Elemental is out. A on the edge here, trying to get some poke in, but the Water Elemental will be mostly spent.
I mean, look at this Valla, already done 6,000 damage to the Immortal. This is really Blue's win con that I've just now seen. They're looking to get a little bit of push here, get some damage on the Immortal, and then come back in with that Valla, with the Hungering Arrow, the Vault, the Hungering Arrow again. Let's see if Zero's going to make space.
Create some space. Marlowe doing a good job of cutting off any sort of advance here. Psychotora is on the edge here. Oh, even Quaker has the save. That would have been a lot of stuns all at once.
Yeah.
Genji, Li Ming are currently on the race. Zero going to step up there. Zero going to take a couple of hits here. Murden got to be a bit careful as we are approaching the halftime here. Li Ming is still bombing away, but we are in for a reposition.
Yeah, 4,500 damage lead here in favor of 7 Rings. We'll see if they can convert that to their first objective of the game.
Epic player is caught on the top side here. Is actually forced to pop the bumper, but Psychotora is caught out, and the big engage from 30K Violet draws first blood. There's the pop onto Jaina. Even Quaker has to use the light bomb to try to get out of there. Marlowe is just in with those body blocks. There's the Tyrande stun. It's a triple kill. Cyrus and Zero are going to get away here, but 3 dead. This could be 30K Violet just going for top keep.
Yeah, you can see the coordination here from 30K, where Gal the Gunner throws out the stun in front of where the Valla is going, so she has to stop moving, and then as she does that, you've got Marlowe going in there to stun her, so she's stuck between this rock and hard plays there. Big stun here, double stun, twice.
Zero and Cyrus, they got some big health bars there. Managed to absorb that CC and live to tell the tale. All the while here, Panda, with no mana, is just trying to throw some magic missiles at this poor thing. We'll finally finish it off. Maybe? No, Zero's actually going to drive them away for now. Epic player, is that going to be enough? 260, 130? It's not enough. Oh no. Genji looking for an opportunity.
Yeah. I think red team. I think Violet. Like if
Albatrox,
I'm in their comms.
Albatrox is looking for the shurikens. There we go. Swift Strike connects. That's going to be Immortal going over to 30k Violet.
Yeah, they're up 2 levels. They have the map is definitely in their control. If I'm them in comms, I'm thinking, okay, just don't int,
Oh, no,
and this
Zero.
is our theories.
Zero has to pop the avatar to try to get out. Doesn't have the jump. Oh no, Muradin is down. A is caught as well. Oh no, it's a double kill here for 30k Violet. What were you saying there,
I was just saying, if I'm red team, I'm thinking, I just can't die. But meanwhile, blue team, they should be saying the same.
No.
And that will, I think, for surely be a keep down and probably the core.
It's the death timers are still pretty low here. We are
I mean,
18 to 15. They could
3-level
possibly just
lead.
bully their way onto the core right now. But
Yeah.
7 rings, I mean, they have a chance. If they can hold out for just
True.
a couple seconds here, let's see if they can do it. Right now,
Yeah.
30k Violet is going to try to end, though.
Yeah, Vala here looking at now. She's getting that damage on that indirect. Dodges the stun there. She needs to be getting those hungry arrows on this Immortal. It still has full HP bar here. Gets that strafe there. Gets a little bit of damage out. Immortal here is dropping quite low. Fight happening at the bottom here. Zero gets stunned, but has that light bomb. Gets the stun out there on every
Shielding
player.
is gone. Haven Quaker is being targeted here. Panda has just got no mana left, but there's the Genji resets. X Strike, and there's going to be 3 down. Vala's in the cocoon. Well done. 30k Violet are going to go ahead, push the core, and they're going to be moving on to the next round here in the Heroes Rise Contender Series.
It's a good match. It's a good match. I think 30k Violet, after watching those 2 games, I think that they had a little more of that coordination. I don't know if that comes from the CCL factor, you know, if they've been working with the 30k roster or whatever it might be. I think I had a little bit of the edge in both of these games that ended up allowing them to take the series. I mean, game 2 was a lot more in their favor, I think. I think really actually Albatrox, I said a lot was going to ride on his shoulders, and I think he delivered.
Did a really nice job there on the Genji. Good follow-up, good dives into the back line, and that is a deathless game for 30k Violet. Yeah, I mean, just a great draft there. I don't want to say ease of execution because they made a lot of very, very well coordinated plays, but their comp had a very easy to understand plan. You know, you've got the engage from multiple targets. Whoever gets hit with the stun, Li Ming and Genji just point in that direction, and there you go. Doesn't matter if it's Dahaka or Muradin or anybody, they're going to get popped.
Yeah, I think that's really true. I think it's like maybe not ease because like both of those, Li Ming very skilled shot, Genji, you know, intensive, but definitely like the idea of execution. Like it's very clear how they want to execute, and I think they did a great job on pulling that off.
Very, very good. That's a 2-0 for 30k Violet. Bring it back to us for a second.